yards for the season. It's the Desperados and the Jaguars, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Down the left sideline. Gabriel Davis. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 17 carries, 119 yards. And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Thomas brings it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 52 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run. And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now? I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses. Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They go play action here on first down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At their own 42. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown. The red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. He's got space past the 25, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side taken by Sanders. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Desperados go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point try now. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Straight ahead, Etienne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Desperados offense and Ramondre Stevenson getting set for this next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one complete to Leggett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Runs over it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Xavier Leggett. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. That time a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the slant. He's got Davis. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Think right.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Lawrence will throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Desperados offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Desperados will extend their lead here just before halftime. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Patterson now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we now go downstate. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Running left is Stevenson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets that one complete to Wicks. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to Wicks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. Here's Stevenson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll go with a keeper, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Desperados take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
23.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go. No street.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
First down, Desperado. 19 Tiger.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
2nd and 6. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados are able to widen their advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jaguars 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Etienne once more.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here's Lawrence.
He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard.
Lawrence will throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Hey, Lion! Hot!
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
23. Hey, I'm gun. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
ETN up the middle.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 12.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Now a handoff.
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. 3rd down and 1. Now Lawrence to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go, son.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Hey, kill.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Red on red. Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's got room. Past the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 48 yards.
And the Desperados stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Patterson now for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
They'll look to throw again.
That's again complete to Palmer.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Take right open.
Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Lawrence.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Hey, run! Hey! Check!
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.